My name's Alan, and when I was 14, I had a really bad experience due to alcohol. I like playing on the Xbox, watching DVDs, and I enjoy listening to music. I like playing football as well with my mates. Well, I've played for 2-3 football teams, and I won a cup with them.
Although most under-16s never drink alcohol, Alan is one who did. At 14, his drinking led to him being rushed into A&E.
About 2 years ago, on a Saturday, as usual, we went to town, me and a group of friends. And for the first few hours, we just skateboarding, having a laugh, messing around, and quite fun. And then we got bored a little bit. And one of my friends went off, and he came back saying, "I've got someone who can get served for us. Shall we get something to drink?" In the end, we got some beers. One of my friends got some cider, and I went halves with a mate for some vodka. We just really wanted to get drunk because that's when all the fun begins. Even though it's not true, but that's what you think. We'd probably drank the whole bottle of vodka quite quickly, and then after half an hour, it hits you and you're like, oh crap.
Once inside the body, alcohol moves from the stomach to the small intestine, where it's absorbed into the bloodstream. The faster it's absorbed, the sooner you feel drunk. Alcohol then interacts with the nervous system, slowing down the messages sent from your ears and your eyes to the brain. As your body's reactions slow down, you become less aware of your surroundings and more likely to cause yourself harm.
After about half an hour, we were thinking, oh yeah, we're fine. Stood up, went to have a go with a skateboard, and wasn't really fine at all, and just probably got about 10 yards and then flew off.
Inside the brain, the motor cortex initiates the body's muscle movements. The cerebellum coordinates these movements, allowing the body to move smoothly. But excess alcohol disrupts this functioning, so you become uncoordinated and find it difficult to balance.
Everyone who was around us, they were just laughing at me. I wasn't taking it the wrong way, I was laughing my head off as well, because it was funny. Like, that's what you do when you're drunk, you act like an idiot. But then, as it drags on, you start to get, your head starts hurting a little bit. You just want to sit down. You start to get a little bit more, sulky, a little bit more agitated at anything. And like, people just start angering you when they're really just being nice. You're like, shut up, leave me alone. I probably finished off the vodka and had a few beers. Two of my friends said they wanted to go to the shop. So I went with them, didn't go in, I stayed outside with one of them at a bus stop. It was me, one of my mates, and then a girl who my mate knew anyway, I didn't know her. That was the worst I'd felt all day. My head was spinning, and then it'd stop and I'd feel fine, and then it'd spin again, and my stomach felt like it was upside down, and I was just sitting there with my head in my hands, just trying to wait for it to all just wear off so I could just go home. And I started to hear like a group of men shouting as they were walking up on the same side of the road as me. And then one of them must have banged on the window. And then they shouted something aimed at the girl I was with. I'm not usually aggressive. If someone I think's done something wrong, I won't argue, start shouting abuse at them. I jumped up and started arguing with them, definitely to do with the fact that I was drunk.
Alcohol affects the largest part of the brain, the cerebrum, which controls anxieties and inhibitions. Drinking too much can lead to overconfidence. Excess alcohol also affects the limbic system, which controls your emotions, inducing sadness, tearfulness, or as with Alan, aggression.
Eventually they came over, we started squaring up to each other, and then it looked like one of them was gonna like swing for me, so I swung for him. He just blocked it, picked me up by the throat and threw me against the bus stop. for like a few minutes. I didn't really know what had happened and didn't really feel, that I knew where I was. And then I twist my arm back round and it was hurting a little bit until one of my mates like lifted my top up and had a look. He went, "You've broke your collarbone," and the bone was like that, sticking upwards. And that was when it started hurting properly. I felt a little bit stupid in front of my mates because obviously I'd just been done in by a group of people, and that's obviously not cool. One of my friends called 999 and I got took to the hospital. In the hospital, they had to ring for my mum. They put me in a sling, which was really, really painful to get my arm into the place. Like, it was like two bones rubbing against each other. It was excruciatingly painful. My mum was quite shocked because she'd never known me to be a drinker. She'd just gone from her son's not a drinker to he's in hospital because of alcohol abuse. Even now, in the morning, I wake up and there's a real ache on all the muscles surrounding the collarbone. I have to roll my shoulder for ages and sometimes throughout the entire day before it starts feeling okay again. Due to the drinking underage, it definitely affected my education because I was off for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I can't really play as much sport as I used to. I can't play in goal, I can't play rugby. Then I was out of PE for 6 months. Had I not been drinking that night, I wouldn't have ended up into a fight. I wouldn't have been as aggressive as I was. Wouldn't have lost 3 weeks of school, wouldn't have lost 6 months of PE, and I wouldn't have lost countless nights without sleep.